Hi YouTube and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I am the resident tarot reader for this YouTube channel as well as for the Divine Resolution Tarot business that operates in Minnesota. If you'd like to book a reading with me, all of the information is in the description box down below, including the website and the link that you can click on to do so. There will be an extended reading for this video and the information will be in the box too to figure out how to go about locating that. This reading is intended for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for a Gemini, this may feel like your message about a Gemini, okay? That being said, thank you to all of my new subscribers, returning subscribers, and everyone who booked a reading with me or gave a donation to my channel. I greatly appreciate your support as well as having the opportunity to work with you on a one-on-one basis. I'm just doing this quick little shuffle to get an idea of what is going on with the situation. We're going to take a look at what's coming towards Gemini in love from now until the end of the year. So we're stretching it out a few days longer. I know in the last few weeks... Oh, Hierophant. Very nice. I know in the last few weeks, Gemini was trying to determine whether or not they were dealing with a karmic partner, a soulmate, a twin flame. And so I'm thinking I will probably be tapping into that same energy. If not, though, please take what resonates, okay? So let me just take a look, because a lot came out. Bottom of the deck was the Hierophant, and that does talk about a commitment. It talks about doing what's really for the best of everyone involved, which is nice to see because last month I saw something that looked more like one person was doing what was best for themselves, right? Gemini, Seven of Cups in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse over here. Yeah, well, just out of these cards that I'm seeing right now, it's looking like Gemini's gotten into a place where you are starting to enforce some real boundaries. With this Seven of Cups in the reverse, it's like you're seeing the situation for what it is and you're starting to close yourself off because you've been at a crossroads for a while and you've made a decision. With this Star in the reverse combined with the Hierophant, though, I'm feeling as though some of you are feeling as though it's time to really re-solidify your commitment to yourselves. And others of you are moving towards a commitment with someone even though the situation has not yet healed. You know, it could be very well that you are thinking about re-solidifying a commitment. And it's something that you very much want to do, but you know that healing needs to take place first. So let me just take a look at everything that came out here, and then I will tell you what I see. So for some of you, you've gotten into this space where you're removing yourself from a situation. But the interesting part about it is I don't see you moving on. None of these cards are showing me you moving away from the situation. If anything, I feel like you've changed your strategy. It's like you see what's been happening hasn't been giving you the results that you desire. And even though you don't want to move away from the person that you're dealing with, you're taking a new approach. I feel like Gemini has been in a space of pouring love onto someone, but now you're holding back because I feel like with what I'm seeing here, this is the energy of you not wanting to remove yourself from the situation, but you're trying to manifest something else, something other than what you've seen. And so instead of completely giving up, you're pulling back. Because I think for a lot of you, with this here, this Two of Pentacles and this Judgment in the reverse, There's such a different energy than last month, Gemini. This is you almost being like your indecision, and you not making a decision is showing me what I need to know. And even though you haven't given up on this person, with this right here, this is like, if you want me, you need to come and get me. You need to take action, because I'm taking back everything that I've given to this situation, and I'm releasing the burden of it. I'm not walking away from it, but I'm releasing the stress. I'm releasing, not the connection, but it's like Gemini is not, you're not even really, I mean, you might be thinking about it, but you only have one sword out of all of these swords. So you're really just like, I've put what I want out into the universe, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait, because I've been vibrating in a space of love, and I know that what I've vibrated and the frequency I'm on is going to be returned to me. And so this is a whole new you. This is a whole new you, because the only pentacles that we have here that are in the upright are you holding back and you really looking at what you've already seen, what's tangible, what are the facts of the situation. I'm not going to keep going around in this cycle. I'm not going to keep investing. I don't want to move forward alone. You're the person that I want, but I'm not going to keep letting this run me crazy. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, for the Geminis I'm reading for, you've leveled up in such a fashion that rather than feeding into the drama of the situation, you've completely, it's like you've decided to create your own reality. It's almost like, I reject what I'm seeing and I refuse to continue on this path. And I'm not walking away from this, but I'm not putting an ounce more of energy into this until something changes. Because this Hierophant talks about change. Very nice. I like this energy. I like this for you. This is so much better than what I was seeing last month. With that Queen of Swords in the reverse, you may have had another discussion with this person that you were dealing with. And maybe, again, you just told them, like, till I see something, right? So you're holding out that wand and that Page of Wands, and it's like, this is what I need from you. This is where I'm at. This is how I feel. I've gone as far as I can go. And now you're really taking your attention and you're doing something else. But with the Page of Wands, I feel like you're investing it in yourselves, Gemini, and that's very, very good. Because it's almost like with the Magician that you've realized that what you put your attention to is what will flourish. So by paying attention to someone who is treating you in a way that's not in alignment with you, or by focusing on the lack or everything that's wrong in the situation, it was producing more lack. This is very much the energy of you taking your power back over these next few weeks. I like it for you very, very much. All right. Oh, Gemini. Okay. Now, I haven't said any of the signs that I'm seeing here. We have many signs in our chart. So as a reader, I personally don't focus on them. I know for some of you that's very important. So in the initial spread, my apologies about that. But right now I see a lot of fire. I see Sagittarius. I see Leo. And I see Aquarius. Also, there is you, Gemini, coming up. We have 1 pentacle. And that was something in the initial spread that I saw. There was not 1 cup card. Okay, so with you coming out in the reverse and no cups, emotionally, you are just like, this is where I am. We had that 8 of cups in the reverse. And I was like, I love you, but I'm not anymore. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Swords. We have 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hierophant. Just looking here because it's like you've taken time. You took that trip to the past. That's what I'm seeing with the 2 of Wands. And you spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it is that's been knocking you out of alignment. And I feel like now with this Hermit coming out, this is you going through your own kind of dark night of the soul and exploring why your passions lead you where they do, or any kind of issues that you needed to deal with in the way that you present yourself to others or the way you feel about yourself. And so now I think you're very much in a space of being undecided as to whether or not this is someone that you can commit to. Because last month the pull was very strong and you wanted this person very much. With this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse now, you're starting to reevaluate. You know, this still has all the makings of something that can be amazing. But at the same time, is this for me based on everything that I've learned about myself? Because here's the 9 of Pentacles. And so to me with this Emperor, and this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, you know, you left this person to their own kind of miserable, non-committal, just this really kind of sad energy, right? You stepped into your power and decided to live your best life. And you knew that part of that was having that time to really look at what you've been manifesting and why, right? So with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, to me, Gemini, you're in the space over the next few weeks of enjoying being on your own. You know, you may be feeling as though this 10 of Pentacles commitment could be something of a burden to you with that 10 of Wands in the reverse that I saw, right? And in some ways it is if this person is not getting on the level that you're getting on, right? So the situation is the Star in the reverse. And that's showing me that someone is trying very hard to close the distance, even though the work to heal has not ended or even begun. So to me, when Gemini's taking their attention away, right? Suddenly, oh no, where's Gemini? We have to fix this. But there's no fixing anything with this. It's just, I want to be in your space, but I don't want to address the issues, right? I don't want to do the things we need to do to really get to the bottom of the problem. And so Gemini, to me, this is like, wow, I'm really happy to have this opportunity to be around this person. But what's changed? What's different? Right? This person coming back and forth, I think you worry that it's not allowing you to heal because some of you are just over it. Wow, that's exactly what I was saying. Some of you have really taken yourselves out of this situation, and if this person keeps coming into your space, you're feeling as though it's just bringing up these memories of who you used to be and what your life used to be with them. Some of you, like I said, are really over it and looking for a new love. But I think more than new love, you're tired of waiting for this person. You want them to come back, but you want them to come back into your life correctly. And until that happens, until they can fix what's broken, you're very happy to keep your distance from this person emotionally. Now, physically, over the next few weeks, you may end up seeing this person because I feel like they do want to spend time with you. But I also feel like they're not in a space to meet you at the level that you're vibrating on right now. What it looks like to you is the Queen of Swords. And doesn't her face look so smug in this picture right now? Because this is you not only stepping into your power and becoming aligned with yourself, but this to me is the energy of someone saying, okay, Gemini, you're right. I'm sorry. Are you going to accept the apology, though, if you haven't seen the follow through? That's the thing about this, okay? So tell me about this Queen of Swords, please. She looks like she won the battle, right? Yeah, another card of being quite smug and pleased. And that's the thing about it, is that you've found a way to circumvent the drama by not feeding into it anymore. And so now you're in a space of thinking about whether or not you want to reunite with this person because they may be saying all the right things, right? The hard part, though, is if you lower your defenses now, is this person, are they really able to tame the qualities that they've been showing you that will lead to something that's fruitful that can really get off the ground? With this Magician in the reverse, that talks about having all of the tools that you need to be able to do what it is you want to do. Well, Gemini, you came out in the upright, so I know that that is something that you've been working very hard on. But with the Strength in the reverse, Magician in the reverse, and the Hangman in the reverse, it makes me feel that this person has not found a way to temper their ego. They don't know how to make this work. They know you're right, but they still haven't figured out how to invest in you in a way that's going to give you the emotional fulfillment that you want. Yeah, because we have the Page of Wands here. And the hard part about the Page of Wands is that this is disappointing news. You know, and I feel like with Gemini coming out in the upright, you are being very, very vigilant about really looking at this person when they come back to you, because you will send them away and I don't feel like you want to leave because we have this card of waiting, but it's almost like I will wait until the time is right. I'll wait until you come back a little more mature, until you're in the upright, until you're not just telling me about it and I actually see you doing it. But even still, this is a win for Gemini. That's how I feel, because you've got your power back. You know, you're not feeding into it. You know what you want. You know this is the person you want, but you also have found the strength to send them packing if they're not able to give you what it is that you are looking for. What it feels like to you is the High Priestess. So you are in a state of knowing that you have to trust your intuition when it comes to dealing with this person. And for a lot of you, like I was saying in the last month, you've been dealing with your twin flame, you've been dealing with a karmic partner. And so for you, you know that you have to rely on your higher self, because the hard part is there's that energy where you feel that pull. You want to be with that person, right? But you know that you really have to trust your gut about whether or not this person has learned their lesson. And so I feel as though you're very happy, but you're still holding back because this needs to be addressed, right? That's exactly it. Holding back. I think that with this, you want to know if you can grow with this person. And it feels like you have so much that you need to really kind of suss out of the situation. With this Queen of Swords in the reverse and this Hermit in the reverse, this to me is the energy of you saying, I will hear you out, but at the first sign of foolishness, at the first sign of seeing anything that looks like you're avoiding the issue, or you're not addressing what's really wrong, I'm cutting you back out of my life, right? So what it feels like too is you're unsure. You know you have a decision, but you don't feel as though you have all the information. You don't know if this is a situation that is ripe yet, okay? What you'll want to do is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So for a lot of you, this is your person, and you want to be able to open up to them. You want to let your guard down. But this Four of Pentacles came out in the upright in the initial spread. So as much as you want to open up, you also want to be able to release any of the old wounds from the past so that you really can be with this person. But until they come in with this Star in the upright, you know that you have to keep yourself guarded. For some of you, you want to release this person altogether based on what they're showing you. I feel like for the majority of you, though, this is more the energy of you wanting to send them away if they're not coming to you the way that you desire. I'm just looking here. I think that some of you would like to be able to have a heartfelt conversation with this person, because with that Queen of Swords coming up in the reverse initially and then again, it's hard to be on guard all the time and to still be open enough to talk about the things that are important. I think a lot of you are very curious why your partner or the person you're dealing with only pays attention to you when they think you're leaving. Or why is it that they think everything is better than you, but always come back to you? You know, it's kind of this really frustrating cycle. With this Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups in the reverse both. This is you asking them, why don't you cut out the things that break my heart if I matter so much and you want to be here? Right? Because I don't know if I should take you at your word. I'd like to take you at your actions, but they don't really happen. There's a lot of inaction. I don't know if I should reconcile with you or just release us all together and keep dealing with my heartache and look for something new. Or stay in this energy of us being separated until you can bring me something new. There's a lot of indecision with the Judgment in the reverse. You haven't made that final choice yet. I don't feel like you want to move on to this person or move on from this person, but with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you also don't want to invest any more time in this situation with the way that it is. And so this is you walking away, but being very much in your mind, feeling like you're not single, right? This is almost to me where you may even be making this person feel single in your absence, because you're not going to keep juggling, right? This shouldn't be so difficult. You take every opportunity available to stab me in the back. But why is it so hard to celebrate me, right? These are the questions you're asking yourself. And if you can get into a space where you can have that communication with your partner, those will be the questions that you're asking them over the next few weeks. I know that you want to come out of conflict with them, but it's just very scary because you've finally gotten into a place where you're feeling good. You're starting to feel better, right? So there's a lot of internal conflict about whether or not you should allow this person back into your space, because like we talked about last month, you still don't know if they just like attention. Are they really going to give to this? Or are they going to come and let you give to them, and then they're going to go out and give to other people? I'm just looking, because to me it's like with this Two of Cups, and the Lovers. You've learned your lesson, but you're not sure if they have. And so now you're trying to be very balanced with the way you're feeling and how you're handling the situation. I feel like for you, Gemini, you've gone from being very analytical and trying to shut this person out to being very emotional and trying to reason with them and love them. And now it's in a place where it's like you're not really doing either. You're like, hey, this is where I'm at. And it's not coming from a place of mean or anger or ego. It's not coming from a place of being vulnerable, like, I love you so much, why do you do this? It's just really this some of you are just kind of numb, and you're just kind of flatline, kind of like, this is what it is. If you love me, why are you sucking so bad lately, right? You're guarding yourself. The hard part is you don't want to, but you've gotten into a place where it really is, for you, the safest thing. It's the healthiest thing, right? What Spirit wants you to know is the Sun. So this person, to me, is having an epiphany when you decided to follow your happiness. Here they are. Hard part about the Sun, though, is this is the spotlight, right? This is the attention seeker. This is the person that wants you to come back. They want a new beginning, but they haven't changed yet. And that's what you're trying very hard to figure out over the next few weeks. You'll be having very difficult discussions. But if this person is not willing to get to where you are and move this forward, this is the energy of things being really hard for you because you want this so much. I think, and I was talking about this to someone today, that a lot of readers talk about the end. This is the end of the cycle of the karma, is what it is. This is the end of the end. But a good way to look at it is this the end of a phase in our situation? Because this is making me feel like you want to keep this person. It doesn't have to be a situation where it's all or nothing. It doesn't have to be, well, if this person isn't changed, I'm walking out of their life forever and I'm just going to be so cold and wait for something new. I'm telling you this because there is no either or with this situation. It's coming through that you want this, and that it hurts you to not be with this person. You both are one another's happy. You're the sun, you're the soulmate, you're what keeps one another alive. You need the sun to live, right? I think that Gemini, you've gotten into a very healthy space of starting to take care of you and take back your power. I don't feel like with the sun coming out, for what Spirit wants you to know, that you need to give up on this. This person may show you that they're not in a space where they're ready yet. But I still don't think that if this is what you feel like you want, you have to walk away completely. Because you've made progress. And to me, when someone has that contract with you, as you progress, they progress, right? There needs to be healing, but with this sun coming out, to me, this is getting that wheel turning that we talked about in the last month, where I was saying, this is that final step. in a lot of ways. You know, you were in that dark energy, that dark night of the soul, that yearning, that hurting, right? The sun has come up on this situation, and it will give you a new perspective so that you're no longer feeling stuck. Now, whether you're deciding to be with this person or you're deciding to separate and keep distance, you know, and keep manifesting this person's breakthrough, this to me is Spirit saying to have peace about what the outcome will be. Okay? I'm just looking at this because with this here, this is the 19, you know, and that breaks down to the 1. And that is very much the new opportunity. This is the opportunity to start something completely different. And it's almost like, to me, whatever has happened to you, Gemini, over the last few weeks, however you've leveled up, you are setting new parameters for the trajectory of how this relationship will go. And it's like you had to feel the hurt first so that you could go through the storm and come out the other side. And now with you being in the upright, that is you being that beacon of light to your partner that will provide the illumination. Energies that can help are the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So trust your intuition. If this person is coming back and they want to close the distance, but they're not willing to heal the wounds, to address the issues, right? This is you releasing the opportunity back to the universe so that it can bring it back to you in a different way. Watch out for feeling so much passion towards this person that it clouds your judgment. You know, with this star in the reverse, this, to me, I'm looking at the third eye and I'm looking at the throat chakra. So this person is still blocked from this connection. Their third eye is not open to this. Their throat chakra has a blockage where they can't tell you the things that they need to tell you yet. It's close. It's close though, and that's what Spirit wants you to know, right? With this orange right here, sacral chakra. This talks about your desires. This talks about sexuality. It talks about passion, but it also talks very much about relationships. You are manifesting each time this person gets a little bit better, right? If this opportunity is not in alignment with the relationship that you view for yourself, release it. You know, that's something that's very helpful. Release the need to control the outcome. This person is not going anywhere. 8 of Cups came out in the reverse. You know, for you, for them, nobody is going anywhere from anybody. But you can't hold on tightly to what you don't want and then be upset that you have everything you don't want. And that's the lesson you're teaching your partner. You're releasing them when they're not in alignment, right? It's okay to accept them when they come back and they have had that breakthrough, right? That's what it's looking like here. But you accepting this opportunity or this offer now, when the actions aren't there, when it's not in alignment with the divine relationship that you can have with this person, is only going to hinder this sun from coming up, right? It's going to hinder this growth, this transformational process that's happening. Because to me, when I'm seeing this, this is making me think of the cosmos and of evolution. What you don't know or you should consider, this is that Page of Wands in the reverse again. So be very careful, because this person is very good at being very passionate. You know, they're very good at lighting that fire that gets your interest. But there's no follow through in this. right? It's not there yet because they're still dealing with their stuff. They're still dealing with their baggage. They know that they want to be here because he's even looking at this sun. But there's still self-reflection that needs to go into this. And if you hold on to whatever this energy is giving to you, you're blocking that from happening. Okay? Is there anything else I need to know about the Page of Wands in the reverse, please? This is not a risk that's worth taking at this time with that page in the reverse. Yeah, because this person with this death in the reverse, the 7 of, see, that's the lesson I was saying that they're working on right now is that 10 of Wands. What are they holding on to? Because a lot of it isn't serving them. They've got to let go. You know, they've got to let go of 9 of these wands before they can turn this into the upright and be able to act. So what is that 9 of wands? That's them shutting you out, right? That's this. Wow, that's exactly what I was saying. And here it is. This is what they need to release is these 9 wands. This mentality of I'm all alone. Nobody's here for me. For some of you, it's a victim mentality. For others of you, it's someone shutting you out. This needs to go before they can be this person with this focus and this attention and intention, right? Where they know what they're doing. Right now, they're still holding all 10 of these. So they're going to keep showing you the same behavior where nothing has changed yet. The transformation hasn't happened, but they want to start fresh. Can't start fresh when the wounds are still bleeding, right? And this is the energy of them avoiding the situation, avoiding what they need to be addressing. And this is you cutting them out again. And then the cycle starts all over. The secret right now is that they're still not ready. They will get there with that sun. I believe that very much. The thing is, though, if you keep letting this person come back, like I said, are you hindering their growth? Are you hitting the reset button on progress, right? You've gotten into a good space. Stay in alignment with you. And that will force this person to level up. If you keep rejecting what you don't want from them, you know, they're going to have to get with it because of this energy, this contract, this connection. Energies that can hurt is temperance. So don't try to pretend the situation is something that it's not. Okay, because we have the 2 sacral chakras here. There's still a huge imbalance. This person is working on it, but if you try to restore it, it's not for you. It's for the divine to do that right now. You're given clarity and perspective to be able to live your life without having to feel a lot of sorrow. It's time to let this person connect to source so they can open this third eye and really come in and have something to give to you to restore the situation, to heal the situation. Because right now they're still too empty. They have nothing to give. You've been the one filling them, right? They need to connect to source on their own so that they can get full of energy, and then they can give that to you and you can have a reciprocal relationship. What will hurt you is if you think that this right now has the capacity to be what you want it to be. It's not your job to forgive someone that's not acting like they're sorry, right? Forgive yourself for loving them if it makes you feel bad. Forgive yourself for wanting them and for sticking around. But you don't need to accept or forgive the behavior right now if they're not sorry and they're still trying to come back into your space, you know, to suck more energy from you. It's really hard to forgive someone for doing things to you when you address the issue and then they keep doing it over and over, right? Spirit is telling you that you allowing that to happen is going to hurt the situation. It's not your job. right now to fill them up. That's just keeping them disconnected because they have an energetic source to plug into, right? It's happening. Just be patient. Focus on your growth. Focus on yourself. Find things that you love and you enjoy. You know, every time this person comes back, it's looking like you just need to assess the situation with that high priestess. Tap into your higher self and let your higher self take a look at this person and tell you if they're ready. Because our human nature, our ego, our wants, our needs, our human needs can very much lead us astray, right? Which is you giving to a situation that is not in alignment with your highest good because it feels really good in the moment. This is kind of one of those delayed gratification things, Gemini. But I feel like this is something you really, really want. Come on. So it's probably worth it, right? These are interesting. So we have self-love. Care for your body, self-love, and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. Okay, so what I'm seeing right away, that's kind of what that is like, if this person comes to you and they're still closed off from source, you're the reason that they're starting to change, right? The things you're doing, the way that your love has affected them, it's starting to facilitate them realizing like, wow, something's missing when this person's gone. Well, we have to all do that for ourselves before we can do that for anyone else. So, and you really kind of dumping that love back into yourself instead of this person, it will help them energetically, okay? And it'll help them in a way that it's not feeding their addiction, if that makes sense, okay? So do nice things for yourself over the next few weeks. If you get in a space where you're like, oh, I really want to hang out with that person, take yourself to do something really nice instead, okay? We have support. Offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. Now, these seem counter, is it intuitive? What is the word? You know what I mean. They don't seem like they make sense, right? Because we have this here saying, oh, love yourself, be here for yourself. And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to give to this person after I was just told not to, right? You are coming into your power, whether you are the divine masculine or the divine feminine. So the thing about it is you can absolutely support this person in a way that does not enable this person, if that makes sense. You cannot be the energetic Band-Aid, right? But you can still love them in a way that sets that boundary from them being able to come back and hand you this, and then you take it and then you're stuck. Keep modeling what self-love looks like. Keep modeling what healthy support looks like, okay, over the next few weeks, because these things both, I feel like, will be very critical to this relationship and to the turnaround that's coming with the sun. If you can show this person support without allowing them to energetically drain you, if you can be an example to them about how to love themselves, right? You're changing the paradigm of how they view relationships and what they think a partner should do for them. All right, Gemini, I'm going to take this down to the extended reading. I hope that this gave you some clarity. If you like the video, quite literally. And if you would like to comment, I love to read all of your comments. It was so nice in the last month to really hear you all supporting one another when you were saying, like, I'm going through that too. Oh my goodness. That's the community that I'm really hoping to build, where people can really offer that support to each other. Okay. Hey, and like I said, support. So Find your friend in the comment section, and if you're going through the same thing, offer them some love and energy, okay? In the meantime, though, take care of yourselves, and I will speak to all of you soon. Bye.